Hello guys, it's me, Andres. As you can tell, I am sick. I'm Egg Paul. Oh god, I don't have corona, I think. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I was gonna do a character, but this is the character known as Sick Dre. Sick Dre is sick of most things. That's why he that's why he coughs so much. Now, who is Egg Paul gonna fight next? Number 1, Tommy Fury. This is the fight that everybody wants, but nobody's gonna get. Let me tell you why. Tommy Fury is a boxer. Enough said. I'm just kidding. A little more of an explanation. Tommy Fury is Tyson Fury's brother, or half-brother. He's not the best boxer in the world, but he's obviously way better than Egg Paul, and he's, I think, at his and Logan and KSI's level. Probably a little bit above it. Now, yes, he has fought tomato cans, but to be quite honest with you, those tomato cans showed more technique than Ben Askren, Nate Robinson, give. Now, why does everyone want this fight? Because Tommy Fury is a big name in the UK. It's a fight that everybody wants because Jake's going to fight a real boxer. He'll either prove himself or not prove himself. It's his first real test. I would love to see Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. I think Tommy would win. But you know what? I think Jake has a good chance. Jake's not going to get knocked out in the first round. And I think he'd give Tommy a run for his money and surprise people with how good he can be with someone very good. However, I don't believe this will happen. So sick of it. Because Tommy Fury is a boxer, and he's actually good. And Jake Paul doesn't want to fight someone that's actually good, because then he'd be exposed. He would be absolutely seen as the fraud that I know and many people know he is. And Tommy Fury said it best. If this guy actually had a pair of balls, he would actually do it. But he's clearly not confident enough in himself to actually take on Tommy Fury. So Tommy Fury ain't happening. I would love to see it happen, but it ain't happening. Number 2, Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is an accomplished MMA fighter. I think he's a lot lighter and smaller than Jake, but he can still hold his own against Jake, and I think he's better than Ben Askren or Nate or Gib, and I definitely do think could give Jake a win for his money. I think Nate Diaz could win that fight, but again, after seeing people's reactions on social media, a lot of people are saying that Nate Diaz, I think Jake could maybe beat him. I'm not saying he can't. I think that would again be his first real test, be a big fight. I would love to see it. Then we got Joe Fornero, who fought on the card, and he's with Julia Rose, his girlfriend. That's a good setup. That's a good storyline. I think it could do just as big as Ben Askren, but I don't think Jake would do it because, again, he's a real fighter. And yes, Joe's opponents have been pretty weak like Jake's, but still, just judging by his fight, the guy could go skill for skill with Jake. So I think that'd be an interesting fight, but it's not going to happen. Tyrone Woodley, who was a trainer for Ben Askren, he was in his corner, and he confronted Jake and said Ben's going to win, and that was that viral Twitter video that went up on Twitter. Sorry. Anyways, that Twitter video that went up with Joe and Jake, personally, I think that would be a very cool fight to see. Again, I'm going with Joe, but again, that's a good fight. I think skill for skill, probably above skill. And I think if Jake won that, it would be like, whoa. And then there's some smaller MMA people that have called him out that he's not going to take on. Obviously, there's the Conor fight, which, come on, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Floyd wants to fight Jake, but that's not going to happen. And then there's KSI, which isn't going to happen anytime soon, but will happen. And yeah, those are all the fights. So, oh, and then there's Dylan Dennis, which will be his next fight. Dylan Dennis and him have had ongoing beef. Dylan posted a Instagram pic saying sign the contract. Jake wants this only because he is friends with Conor McGregor, and that will get him more in Conor's general direction. And so he will fight Dylan Dennis next, and I'm betting all my money on it. He will not fight a pro boxer, and he won't fight anyone decent. He's going to fight Dylan Dennis. That's the fight that he wanted before Ben Askren, but then Dylan Dennis called out because of surgery. So it will be Dylan Dennis. I'm putting everything on it. So that's those are all of his top contenders. The highest chance is Dylan, but I think Nate and potentially Joe or Tyron could be a second, third, or fourth option. And if, you know, Dylan doesn't accept, I think he'll probably go and fight either Tyron or Joe. So those are the people that I see winning. And I think any of those choices, after dealing with just Tyron, Joe, and Nate are all better options than Danielson. I think would give Jake his first credible fight where he would be going skill for skill against somebody. But again, anything could happen. They could box terribly. We don't know. But that's the video. Like, sub, and comment. This is Sig Dre, signing out.